Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. This is Stefan Deras, Pre-Sales Director at Rakuten Aquafelas. I'm very glad to be with you this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you join us from. And I'll be presenting to you the new version of our famous plugin to Adobe InDesign, now ready for version 2017 and 2018. First of all, maybe you already used it before, but you have a pane at your right on the screen where you can interact with me. You have a questions pane where you can ask any question or raise any issue if you face any technical issue to listen to me or watch my screen. So I hope that you can hear me well and that you can see my screen. First of all, also this webinar is fully recorded, so you'll be receiving a few hours after the webinar, you'll be receiving the slides in PDF format, as well as a recorded video of this webinar in case you cannot attend it until the end, or if you want to share it with your colleagues. So let me check first of all that you don't have any question or any issue, and it doesn't look like, so that's good news. So that I presume that in that case you can watch my screen and listen to me carefully. So again, I'm very glad to be with you today to present and introduce you to the new version of our plugin. And as you maybe know, because some of you are probably our customers already, so we are launching this new version nowadays. So let me present you just a very few slides. I have only, don't be afraid, I have only 2 slides, and then we'll jump to the demo. This new plugin has taken us a long time. I know that some of you have been waiting for it for a long time, but we had to completely redevelop it, and I will explain to you in a few minutes how. We made it available since May 15 to our legacy customers. Maybe you are part of it as of today, attendees, so that we can gather feedback as well before the public launch, which will occur on Monday, because we will make this new plugin available on our website on Monday next week, 28th of May, so you can download it easily after this webinar. Just a quick comment, which is quite important. Even if it's a new version of a plugin, you'll still be able to export any legacy content that you already created with previous versions of InDesign and our previous versions of a plugin. So you can export it, and you will see that we are launching the plugin as well with some very few limitations, because we wanted to launch it as soon as possible to a public audience, and we know that you have been waiting for it for a long time. So you'll see some limitations, but whatever happens, even if you have been using some very complex enrichments which are not available yet today, you'll be able to export your content with a new version of a plugin. So as you know, as you maybe know, one of the main new feature is that we fully redesigned and redeveloped all the palettes in the new languages available with Adobe InDesign since version 2017. That means that we I'm just checking that you can see my screen properly. Yeah. Just checking. Yeah, so we redeveloped it in HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript, which are the languages now available and recommended for Adobe InDesign development. You maybe remember that our previous versions were fully developed in Flex and Flash. And so we had to completely redevelop all of that with the new languages, which at the same time will make it more scalable, evolutive, and will bring also more stability and performance, which is good news on this side. But it took a long time because we had to fully, again, redevelop all the palettes. But now that they are fully developed with Adobe InDesign guidelines and languages, that means that these palettes are fully dockable now. So that should provide to you a new user interface and new user experience much better than before. And first of all, it will fit with your classical way of using our palettes within the classic palettes of Adobe InDesign. We also applied the color themes from InDesign to our palette, so you can apply them and you will see that in action during my demo. But we also have a few limitations for the public release going to be announced and available on Monday. So first of all, these are all the enrichments available to you with this initial version of the plugin. So all the, let's say, top enrichments as well as the most classical ones are part of this build for sure. The buttons, anchors, triggers, scripts, sub-layout, the web views, the slideshows, images, audios, videos, and all the quiz enrichments are part of this build that you can download from Monday next week. In terms of the current limitations, and again, this is for the build announced and launching on Monday, you'll have no web reader, so no HTML export yet, and EPUB export as well. This is coming up in the next few weeks because we will be providing to you updates every 15 days starting from June this year, for sure. So that means that even if you get a build next week, you'll be getting another build by mid-June, another build by the end of June, and probably with some of these, let's say, gaps that you can see on the screen. We also limited some complex enrichments like games and animations created by with Adobe InDesign built-in engine. You can still export them if you created them before, but you cannot edit them with our palette yet. Also, we have no crop and advanced Ken-Burn features for the slideshow enrichments yet. That's coming up in the next builds. And again, we will announce to you for sure all these coming up releases as soon as they come up, and like any other product in our life cycle of products at Rakuten Aquafadas. If you have any feedback, any issue, or any wishes, please use the plugin feedback@aquafadas.com email address. This is really built for that, and so don't hesitate to use it. Just a quick reminder, because some of you are maybe not familiar with our previous plugin. These are some screenshots to remind you the current version of a plugin that maybe you are using yourself at the moment. So you can see the flash and flex look behavior on the screen. So this is, for instance, the project manager palette that you see on the screen now, which is the one where you create, manage, and publish your projects. The second one is the one guiding you to select an object in the frame, in the page, and then you can apply an enrichment. This is the enrichments palette screenshot. And this is, for example, this is, for instance, the slideshow enrichments. Again, the previous version that you have in your hands at the moment. So let me switch now to the demo so that you can see it. So I'm using Adobe InDesign 2018 during this demo, but our plugin will work as well with Adobe InDesign 2017 for sure. You'll be able to download it from our website starting from Monday. As soon as you download it, you have either a PKG file that you can deploy if you're using a Mac OS X machine, or a .exe file if you're using a Windows machine. That will ask you to locate your version of Adobe InDesign on your hard drive, and as soon as it's done, you click OK, and you'll get the plugin installed very easily on your computer or laptop. And then, as soon as you got the Aquafadas plugin installed, you'll get this additional menu like you had before, if you were using our plugin before. Remember that the goal of this plugin is to help you to create very rich and interactive content for mobile users, mainly using smartphones, phablets, tablets, but also users using laptops and desktop machines. And again, the goal is not to provide, in that case, for this tool, a responsive, automated responsive design, but a pixel-perfect fixed layout design, which will fit precisely to a ratio and orientation of devices. When you want to start, you have to open the Project Manager palette, which, as you can see, is now using the color theme of Adobe InDesign preferences, and we'll change it in a minute. And this is still a floating palette, but now you can dock it to the other palettes. For instance, if I can bring it to this one and then dock it to this one, or get it out, or dock it at the left of the tools palette, and then bring all of them together, right? So this is one way to make it. Or I can remove it again, and I can put it down as well. So you use the standard docking mechanism from Adobe InDesign to do that. The same way you can open the Enrichments Editor palette. All right. And let me open it a bit more. Yep. Sorry, I closed it, so let me reopen it. Yeah, so this is the project. Now that you get the second enrichment editor, but also the third palette, and maybe if you used it before, the enrichments list palette was the first one to be updated in HTML5, so complying with the new Adobe development language. So this one didn't change because it was already built for HTML5 compliancy. But now you can stack them and dock them together. So I can take this one and dock it at the right side of my palette. And the same for the third one, right? Or you could do that if you prefer at the bottom side as well of the palette. It's up to you. So I can remove it, and then I should be able to add it to this palette. So this is one way to do it. You can move up and down the palettes. You can also attach them to existing docks, right, like this one, and then you can open them, or you can attach it on the left side like we did before and open them progressively, right, and get them this way combined together. I could even plug this one if I want to the bottom, but we'll do that later. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do that this way, or I will keep it on this way. So this is a new docking facility, again complying with the standard way to dock the palettes. You can also apply now the preferences, the general interface preferences from Adobe InDesign. Maybe you have seen it before, but since version 2017 you can change the style, and as you can see, the style for our palettes will be changed accordingly. So I can move to gray, white background, and our palettes will follow this easily this way. Right? So let me come back to this one. So that was the color themes appearance palettes, right? So once you do that, let me just remove them and place them a bit differently, because you can also say, okay, let me bring that to the left, this one to the right, and this one I want to bring it to the bottom. So this is a nice composition if you want some guidelines. That was recommended to me by one of the developers and the project manager for this plugin development, which is nice. Why? Because once you create your document, your digital and mobile version of your document with this layout tool, which is Adobe InDesign, and our plugin, then you can also navigate across the different enrichments that you will apply to a content. So if we look at this sample document that is a presentation of Rakuten Company, our mother company, which has a few interactivities already on top of it. If I click there and I see the enrichments editor palette, it will display to me what's already set in that enrichment, because this document was pre-created by our marketing team and Katrina mainly, who did that nice job. And so we already have a slideshow applied to this location on this page. But you can use also the enrichments list palette to navigate across the different, let's say, enrichments that you apply to a content. For instance, this one is a video applied on page 3, and you can see that it helps me to navigate immediately and directly to the right page, but also it will display to me the correct enrichment configuration parameters this way. So that's a nice composition for our palettes if you want to use it later. So if we now come back to this page, this is where I will show you how you can start enriching and creating your document. First of all, if you have no document yet created with our plugin, you can start creating a new document. For that, maybe for those of you who used before our version, you can see a few major differences, like the toolbar, which was at the bottom and now is in the middle, but you still have a plus button where you can start creating a new project, then decide the format you want to use. I won't dig into too much details because we have only half an hour together this morning, so I prefer to stay on the main principles and features. So let me select the AVE mag, and then I can select the orientation. Remember that with the plugin and Adobe InDesign, you will be creating a dedicated digital content for some specific mobile ratios and orientations. So you can select, for instance, a portrait orientation if you want to build an app and a content only for smartphones, for instance. You could use a landscape only orientation if you want to use only tablets for your content. And you can use both if you want a dual orientation, for instance. And then you can select the kind of devices you are targeting, like phones or tablets. And I could use a tablet. And then the kind, the device model, so that it will automatically select the right ratio for your content. So this is a typical way to create a new project. But you can also, once you created a project, you can save them. They will become project saves, as you see in that list. And also you can group them in folders. So you can create folders and then move your projects within a folder. So if, for instance, I want to use one of my nice demo, because I'm absolutely not a graphic designer, as you can see. So I just select the file, double click on it in the project structure or articles view, and then it gets opened as an InDesign file in my Adobe InDesign. So if we come back to this one was built only for tablets and landscape orientation. The first thing we will do is to generate the output. The output can be an AVE file, which will be then disseminated to a next-gen app, which is a current template for our apps. So let me click on generate. So for that, I'm going to select again our document there. I select generate, right? And now I can click on generate project. As soon as it's done, the AVE package will be generated, and then I can automatically send it to my test devices. So I can use my iPad, for instance, which is beside me, or I could use even a simulator. So for that, in that case, because I'm using a Mac, I can use Xcode and the built-in simulator for iOS. And then you can install our Aquafadas viewer on top of this simulator, which is very easy to do once you download the adapter for your Mac. So once you do that, the device is ready. It can now receive any sample document for your test purpose, and I can click, I will select rather the HD option. I can click on test, and then you will see all the test devices you are using during your creation exercise. So in that case, I'm going to use my machine, my macOS 10 machine, which is the first one. Click on test, and it will send automatically the AVE package generated previously to my iPad. So if I come back now to my simulator, you can see at the top left that there is a new document, which is the Rakuten presentation we are using in-house. So let me click on it and read it within the viewer. As you can see again, this document was created for tablets and horizontal version only. I can use the scrolling capability. You can see already a first enrichment as a video background for this page. But if I swipe and move down, I can see now a world map which is animated with some colors. If I click on some regions, I will see all the Rakuten business units or daughter companies which are available in that region, like Rakuten Aquafadas, but also Price Minister, which is now Rakuten France, as well as Viber and other business units. So this is an animation and an enrichment created with a plugin that you are seeing during this webinar. So I can click on another region and see the US business units, for instance. Then I can swipe and go to the next one, which is an animation with a video background again. And then we come to the slide where I want to show you how we created it. And then you can do much more naturally with that plugin, but this is a very cool and simple sample that you can do it by yourself within InDesign and our plugin. So this is a slideshow where when you swipe and go to the next picture, you get also a new information on, for instance, in that case, one of our headquarters location in the world for Rakuten Institute of Technology. So all the business lab, the technical labs, sorry, in charge of innovation at Rakuten Group. So you can see the one in Tokyo, the one in Singapore, and you have seen, first of all, the Paris one as well. So this slideshow, now we are going to see how we created it within InDesign. So let me switch back to Adobe InDesign. I just click, if I click anywhere, first of all, if I click on a box which has no enrichment yet, and for that purpose I need to go there. So I clicked on that top box because I know there is no enrichment there. In that case, you can see that you have the list of available enrichment in the enrichment editor. Let me give it some more space, and you can see that the palette is adjusting automatically. So you can see an icon, a grid list. You can also have a vertical scrollable zone for all the enrichments. It's up to you. You manage it the way you want. And in that case, on that new frame, which has no enrichments, I could decide to apply one of these enrichments, all the ones I explained to you at the very beginning with my slideshow. So I could add a video, a slideshow, an audio file, embed a web view to my website, whatever. All of them are available there, right? If I click now on a box or a frame which already has an enrichment, you can see that this is turning to the enrichment parameters now. So it says this is a slideshow, and I can access now the configuration and parameters of this enrichment. So you can see the name, first of all, then I can click on other parameters for scrolling parameters, and last but not the least, all the pictures, which are already set, by the way. If I click on the first one or second one, I can see there is no caption there. This is normal because we decided to add actions, in fact, in that case. And the actions are quite simple. First of all, we have a script. A script is a combination of actions within our plugin. We have a script which will say, when we arrive on that slide, please hide all the layers. As you can see, we have at least one layer displaying the Paris, France, but we are not forced to see it because the slideshow will display it whatever happens. And so the script is saying, as soon as we enter that slide or page, please hide all the layers, which is done, which I did just manually because I have hidden the last one, which was Paris. And when we go to the first picture of the slideshow, it will say, please make visible the Paris layer. If I go to the second picture, which is the one that I selected here, if you can see the Tokyo one, then it will tell to the system, if you look at the enrichment, it will say, please change the visibility to visible, which means make it visible for the Tokyo layer. So if I hide the Paris layer and I show manually the Tokyo layer, it will show the Tokyo caption there. We don't show in that case the picture because the picture will be displayed by the enrichment itself. And the enrichment has all the pictures there. So you don't need to put and place the picture in that case, right? So a quite easy and sample demo because we have no time, unfortunately, to create much more creative and innovative material in such a short time. But you can see how the logic works. And this was built with a new version of a plugin. So I can now collapse this one, and you can change it anytime. The advantage of using a slideshow rather than pushing the picture in each layer is that you can change easily the slideshow by adding new picture with a plus button, or you can swap the order easily as well within that palette. So this is one sample among the others. The enrichment list palette has no change since the last version because it was already updated, and the project manager has been changed quite a lot, as you could see. And you have new ways to display all that information. So I will be finishing now this presentation of a new plugin because we have, again, a limited time for this webinar. So if I come back to my slideshow, again, you'll be receiving all the slides in PDF format as well as a recorded video for this webinar that you can share with your contacts. Please send us any feedback or question you have through the plugin feedback@aquafadas.com email address. We'll be glad to hear from you and also about the creations that you will be performing with a new version of a plugin. Keep in mind again that this plugin will be announced and available on Monday next week on our website, and that you will be receiving after every 2 weeks updates, which means new versions of a plugin with the missing features progressively in it. So please start using it and give us your feedback so that we can improve it the way you would like to see it. So let me take now a few questions before we quit. We quit this webinar. So I don't have much questions except one, which is will the games like puzzles work on iOS and Android? So yeah, I told you that the current build of the plugin has been limited, and all the complex enrichments, mainly in terms of games, like you're asking now, are not part of this build, but will be soon released within the next versions of the plugin. I can't tell you exactly which one and when because we are planning this development and release planning at the moment. But please stay tuned, and you will know as soon as you want, as soon as it's available. Sorry, the new builds in charge of the games enrichments. Please don't hesitate to send also that question through the email address I told you about, which is plugin feedback@aquafadas.com. This way we can really monitor and store all your requests and make sure that it will be correctly prioritized. So again, there is no gaming enrichment yet in the current build. If you have any other question, I'm still available to you for another 2 minutes before we close that slideshow. Again, don't hesitate to go and navigate on our new website. Maybe you have noticed it, but we have a new website since April. So you can find a lot of information, including like in the tools, you'll see all the information about the different ways to create content. Remember that the plugin for Adobe InDesign is a way to create very rich, nice professional content for mobile, fleet and users, but you can also use other ways to create content. You can upload your PDF and enrich them with our cloud offering online SaaS platform. You can also ingest XMLs and PDF in an automated way and convert them to a digital and mobile format with our tools. You can also edit HTML5 responsive web content with our new editor part of Creative Flow. So we have a lot of different ways to help you creating content for mobile users in different situations. Okay, so look at our new website, and again, the cloud offering, which is this one, will be available on that website very soon. Okay, so if you click on Cloud Offering Plugin, you'll get that information. And if you test our tool, remember that the plugin is free of charge, so you can start using it and testing your new content with your simulator, iOS simulator, or if you're on another platform like Android, you can use our Aquafadas viewer, which is also available for Android. And so this way you can test your content even without paying any charge to us. So I don't see any other questions, so I really want to thank you for attending this new webinar. You'll be soon invited to a new webinar coming up on June 19th, next month. And I wish you a very good day. Have a good day. Bye-bye.